my exes.
Acting by night. Keep going crazy.
Show off your skin, that shit is popping, girl. Body on 10, damn, you got it, girl. You gotta boss up. Getting them checks, hitting your base, racks up. Keep walking with confidence. Effortlessly, you let them know who is in command. You just that and more. Don't forget it. God worked hard on you for sure. Lexus, Exodus. Shout out to my exes.
It's 7 p.m. Friday. It's 95 degrees. I ain't got no nigga, and no nigga ain't got me. Let's go. I'm about to show my ass. These niggas love street. How the fuck is that your man? If he right here with me, turned up with my niggas, turned up with my bitches, turned up in my show. Yeah, cause I got that blick.
Hey. Hi, y'all. I'm too tired. That's my song. Y'all know I love me some Gloria Hallelujah. As ratchet as she is. Y'all know I'm from the projects. So I love her song. That's the song of the summer. While the ninjas in Blackistan is singing. They not like us. Playing it out, child. I'm bumping Glorilla. I love her. How have y'all been? Hey, hello. Y'all don't be mad at me. I know I've been away for some time, but it's because life has been lifing. So just to catch y'all up to speed with what's been going on with me, there's so much going on. How can I complain about having a full plate when I pray to eat, though? My Patreon group knows that I was in a car accident recently. This little boy, and I call him a little boy because I'm 36. I think he was probably maybe like 25, 26. He hit my car, y'all. Totaled my car on the highway, not paying attention, child. Totaled my beautiful luxury car that was almost paid off. And had the nerve to lie about it, too. Lied and said that I swerved over and hit him, caused a 4-car accident, child. Thankfully, one of the drivers had a dash cam. So the police, they were able to look at the footage and then determine that he was at fault. So that mother effer had to buy me a new car. Another thing that pissed me off is he was in a company vehicle. So I'm like, dummy, your car is totally fine. You want to go ahead and get this car towed because it's for your company that you work for. You're going to get this towed, but you get to go home to your own car and be fine and not miss a beat. This is my only car. Stupid. Why you sitting there lying? This is what insurance is for. File a claim for insurance because accidents happen and they'll take care of it. But thankfully, someone had surveillance footage in their car. They had a dash cam. And so that was able to prove that he was at fault. And yeah, so the silver lining out of all that situation is I finally had an excuse to justify upgrading and got my dream car, and I blacked out Range Rover, child. You can't tell me nothing. So I had been eyeballing that car for some time. I've always wanted a Range. However, I am very, very frugal, very practical. No matter how much money I make, I'm still very conscious of my spending. I don't have many expensive habits at all. Like I don't buy designer. I still shop at Target and Dollar Tree, and I'm still a very frugal person. So I told myself that, you know what? I'd rather, hit some more financial milestones. Y'all know I'm super into real estate. So my mindset is like, okay, let me just cultivate another asset and that'll pay for, me getting an upgraded car. But the stars aligned. I guess the universe knew that I wanted a Range Rover. So was able to get my dream car. Also have been MIA because I've been working so much. Y'all know YouTube is not my bread and butter. I don't hang YouTube plaques on the wall, child. I have degrees, multiple degrees, plural with the net. So I have been working, had a client on site, this major multi-billion-dollar client on site every day at one point because they were flying in from Cali. And so just no time to get on here and to speak with y'all. And child, I was tired. And oh my gosh, that role, I can't complain because I made the most money that I've ever made in my entire life. Cultivated so many financial goals with that. However, I got to a point where it was like, well, Does this money, is that meaningful if it's impacting your work-life balance and your capability to engage in your hobbies like your channel? And then also, y'all know, I have tenants and we have real estate. So if that's going to take away time that I can devote into my own ventures, this may not be worth it. They say that after a certain point, making another X amount of money doesn't really make a difference. So I won't tell you how much should I make, but let's say that I went from making $25,000 to $50,000 a year. That's going to make a significant difference. That's going to change someone's lifestyle. However, once you get to a threshold, if you're making like $225 and then make $275, it really doesn't make a significant difference in your quality of life because you already have everything that you need and then also are able to get pretty much everything that you want. So I recently got a job offer for a 100% remote role, which I'll be starting soon. I ain't gonna lie, I've been off. So I took a little bit of a break. So I resigned back at the beginning of July and end of June and decided to take a break before I got back at it. I don't go back until August. But I've just been resting, relaxing, reconnecting with my family. Y'all got 2 puppies. So I told myself that with me being hybrid in my former role, I would never get any more animals, although I did want, some more. But I said, okay, once I finally pivot back over to being 100% remote, my reward is going to be 2 doggies. And so we got 2 puppies. So life has been lifing, but in a good way. But I say all that to say that now that I'm, I'll be fully remote again, I'll try to be more consistent with the channel going forward. Again, y'all, my bag come first. So my real estate come first. I don't live off of YouTube checks. So my career comes first. My investments come first. My small business comes first. But I will try to be more intentional about making weekly content like I was previously. But anyway, so I miss you guys. I'm so glad to be back. I did have to come here tonight to talk to y'all about Miss Netta, Hamburglar looking at Miss Nigga and Charles. Charles, your lunch is ready. And how it's time for Black women to cancel these ninjas who's so comfortable disrespecting us. Okay, so we're going to get to Miss Nigga and Charles and how she fixed her mouth to talk badly about Black women. Before we get to those clowns, though, I wanted to get into other examples that illustrate how Black women are consistently disrespected by a lot of these creators and how Black women need to collectively cancel them. So let's first talk about one of the co-hosts of the Joe Budden podcast. I think his name is Ice. Some old tweets resurfaced of him degrading and berating dark-skinned Black women. Child, so let's read this, y'all. This is from 2011. He tweeted, Emmett Till ain't flirt with that white woman for you ninjas to be out here wifing up dark-skinned chicks. It gets worse. He also says, if I saw 2 dark-skinned chicks drowning in a pool, I'd rush to pour more water in it. Child. And then another woman came out saying that this is officially Ice telling me that he stands on saying dark-skinned women should be exterminated. It costs me nothing to keep circulating this reminder whenever it comes up. And she includes the screenshots of him saying back in 2011 how dark-skinned Black women should be exterminated. So, of course, this is going viral. So he is experiencing some backlash. And this tweet says, officially, Ice's Instagram has 1 pic of him and family and like 50 pics of him and Joe Budden. Get that old colorist disposable thumb out of here. Someone else said, I'm not even going to retweet those evil and vile officially Ice tweets. Another Black woman says officially Ice was the first person that ever blocked on this app back in 2014 or so and blocked still to this day. Another woman had posted years ago who wants to come shovel my driveway. He responds to her and said, dark skin hoes, don't all y'all raise y'all's hand at once. Then he says, dark skin hoes get no love from me. They only good for rotating my tires or changing my oil. Child, what type of weird obsessive stupid ish is that? Y'all be so obsessed with Black women, specifically dark skinned Black women, just living rent free on y'all's brain. We just be chilling, minding our business, living our best life, and here y'all come. And I love Twitter for this very reason. So back in the early 2000s, it was like ninjas would compete to see who could be the most problematic and most hateful towards dark-skinned Black women. For whatever reason, it was trendy to be derogatory towards Black women in general, but specifically darker-skinned Black women and to be misogynoirous. And I love Twitter because oftentimes these MFers will try to rebrand and erase those tweets. You see that these were all later deleted, just like that daggone attorney/chef that we talked about, who had gone viral on TikTok, who was also exposed for being hateful years ago on Twitter towards dark-skinned Black women. I love Twitter because it never forgets. So as if it wasn't enough that the star of the Joe Budden podcast, Joe Give Me a Bump Budden, is a documented abuser who has a CVS receipt-long record of DV and harming several women. It turns out the rest of this raggedy podcast crew is also problematic towards Black women as well. Again, I'm sure you haven't heard of him. He's a nobody. I didn't know who he was until these tweets started to go viral. But here's his struggle IG. Do y'all know who the F this old pot-belly, bald-eyed geriatric nigga is? This broke Damon Dash, O'Shea Jackson on Ozempic looking at ninjas? Because I didn't. And apparently no one else does because he's on a podcast that has 800,000 monthly listeners and only has 50,000 followers on IG. So make it make sense. But we know if ninjas have nothing else, they have audacity. So here he goes talking reckless about Black women like they always do. I honestly believe he's projecting. He is a dark-skinned Black woman with them tiggo bitties and them childbearing hips and thighs. He also likely was birthed from a dark-skinned Black woman. So he's talking about his black-eyed mama. Your dark-skinned ass mama should have exterminated your ass. She should have went to the chop shop. Better yet, she should have spit or swallowed, ninja. Anyway, honestly, I'm not sure who even listens to the Joe Budden podcast other than niggas and wiggas, y'all. However, I do believe that it's time for Black women to collectivize against those who disrespect us. And it's time for Black women to cancel his ass. And also Joe Budden's predatory ass as well, because we didn't forget what you did to Esther Baxter. I also want to talk about Danny Lay, who's been canceled as well after disrespecting Black women, crying about no one listening to her music any longer recently. So here's a refresher of some of the things that she's done before getting canceled.
In the name of all that is holy, would you look at Karen Smith's gym clothes?
Of course, all the plastics are in the same gym class. Where are the plastics?
They're teen royalty. If North Shore was Us Weekly, they would always be on the cover.
Rerun. Hey, 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 what's happening?
That one right there is Ayanna Van Zant. She's one of the dumbest people you'll ever meet. I sat next to her in law school last year and she told me I should date our bus driver. And that funny looking one over there, that's Tyler Perry. She expects women to cape and coddle broke men because she was one and we turned her into a billionaire. She also tells successful Black women to date who can pay the light bill because she secretly does the same thing. And evil takes a human form in Nicki Minaj. She's male-identified and male-worshipping, so hates other women who look like her.
Is it the thanks that I get for putting you bitches on?
She hates Black women so much, she even defends predators and married ones. She even victim blames and makes fun of DV survivors.
I call her Bigfoot. The bitch fell off. I said, get up on your good foot. Lie on a dead mama. Lie on a dead mama. Lie on a dead mama.
Are you tired of constantly being bullied by mules and mean girls? Are you sick of being told to lessen your standards and to ride or die? Are you exhausted from tolerating anything just to say you got a man? Then you're in the right place. Join the Lexus Exodus Patreon private community to meet like-minded, divested women who prioritize self first. In my Patreon, you will participate in exclusive lives, get access to exclusive content, get access to a private community of other divested women, and much, much more. Join us by visiting patreon.com/LexusExodus. See you soon.
I still can't believe she even posted this.
She also was exposed for claiming that Black women are envious of her.
Afro-Latina panel with Danny Lay several weeks before Yellowbone. And behind the scenes, while they were doing mic checks and everything, we were talking about the Afro-Latin experience. And I don't know if she thought I was one of those I know Black Dominicans, but she was real candid with me. And she told me directly to my face, I don't consider myself Black, but I like Black music and Black men. And I wish Black women weren't so jealous about it. She said it to my face. Mm-hmm. And then we had a conversation where I said, sis, I need you to never say that in public. And I tried to tell her that she needed more education around the Afro-Latin experience. A couple weeks later, that song comes out. I was like, oop, she didn't listen to me, right? So I know for a fact that DaniLeigh does not consider herself Black. If she's changing her story, I'm calling cap because she said it to my face that she does not consider herself Black, but she uses the N-word.
She's been canceled and is crying about her flop-ass music career.
It's crazy how, like, as soon as I dropped that album, like, first of all, COVID was happening. And then I did something stupid. And then it's just like, boom, it stopped everything. Like, literally, like, no record label push. I was on hiatus. Like, it's just crazy that, like, that music didn't even get the opportunity. But it's just like, why? Like, what was the reason? You know? Just thinking deep over here. And then Tasty. Like, that shit was fire. It literally gets me emotional now. That shit was fire. And then, boom, I get in trouble. And it's just like, wow. Right when I dropped it. Right when I dropped my album. It's like, what is the reason? You know? Just like sitting here thinking, damn, that's crazy. Okay, we go back. What is the deep reason though? Literally, look, it's, you know, it's crazy. Okay, back to the music.
Cue the tiny violin, guys. Light skin tears taste so good. Preference tears taste so good. These preferences be down bad. Miss Yellow Bird is what he want. Miss Big Bird up here crying. Thank goodness every person who is Black but with a different nationality isn't misogynoirist and self-hating. This beautiful Black dark-skinned Afro-Latina woman from Hollywood Unlocked calls her out on her BS. Rightfully so back then. And listen, I'm convinced that the babies PT Cruiserhead and DaniLeigh are going to go down in hip-hop history as the quickest to fumble the bag because their careers got ended before they started. And I feel like the baby, who is Miss Big Bird's baby daddy, was very well known already before he flopped. But he was on the precipice of being mainstream. He was very big. I remember back then, before he said those homophobic comments, he had this song go insanely viral on TikTok that the kids was listening to, where it went like pistol on my hip like I'm a cop. So he was on the trajectory to be very mainstream. DaniLeigh was on the precipice of potentially being a bigger star as well. Apparently, she can dance very well, though she can't sing. And she had Chris Beat 'em Down Brown co-sign her. I believe even Prince co-signed her when he was alive, and she was like his protege before he passed. Take It Easy. I loved that song before I found out she was a Black woman hating colorist. And in true preference fashion, she was feeling herself, and she had to flex on the baby's beautiful brown-skinned baby mama. I think her name is Jada Wada. All that just to become the baby mama number 3. A one-hit wonder, flop-ass bitch. All for the baby to humiliate you on live. Put you and your damn baby out on the streets. Next thing you know, you out there getting DUIs. I don't know if y'all remember this, but the universe did a Uno reverse card on her. Not only did the baby humiliate her and embarrass her on live, she also got caught driving drunk, did a hit and run, and dragged him in, almost unalived him. Not only that, as if justice wasn't poetic enough, to add icing to the cake, to add a little bit of razzle-dazzle, the universe made her the mother of a dark-skinned little girl. Child, I can't. And now she online crying about how her music ain't getting played no more and her label doesn't support her. Like, seriously, poetic justice here. Drunk bit is what he want. Attempted homicide is what he want. The baby mama number 3 is what he want. I'm trolling y'all, but here's my thing. She is canceled. She actually got canceled after disrespecting Black women. Thank goodness. However, I don't know if this should even be credited to Black women, because I remember back then when all that went down, after she came out as a colorist, trolling the baby's first baby mama when he ended up humiliating her online. All the dark-skinned celebrity Black women like Keke Palmer and Summer Walker put the cape on and all were publicly giving her support and reached out trying to help her. Like, girl, you the exact phenotype she ishing on, girlies. And it's so interesting because contrastingly, around that same time, like I indicated, the baby said one remark about gay people and they got him the F out of here. Black women, please move accordingly going forward. I also want to talk about Brian McKnight and how he's also getting canceled as well after disrespecting his Black ex-wife and his Black children, and after he abandoned his first family for some Asian woman and her illegitimate kids. Is she Asian? I think she might be Hispanic, and I think they live in Hawaii. So I don't know, y'all, the fact checkers, I don't care enough to Google it, but fact checkers, if y'all want to keep me honest, feel free to do so in the comments. But anyway, let's watch this.
And just like that, Brian McKnight cancels his show in Detroit because they was flaming him in the comments. Now shout out to Phil over on Twitter because he said, update, Brian McKnight's upcoming concert in Detroit has been canceled. Now prior to Brian McKnight canceling that show, Phil had tweeted that he was getting cooked in the Facebook comments. Now over on the Motor City Casino page on Facebook, they were stating that Brian McKnight was supposed to be performing on June 9th. I can pause to read it, but it just says smooth tunes with Brian McKnight, so check it out and get your tickets, blase swaze. But over in the comment section, Detroit was standing on business, okay? Because the first person said he might as well retire. He might as well retire. Now that person by the name of Jones Robin followed up and says, tell him bring his kids and we might come. Another person said, wouldn't even go if it was free. I wouldn't go. I would not go. And if you don't know why, let me show you. Now shout out to page 6 because they actually chronicalized all the misdeeds that Brian McKnight had been inflicting on his poor little children. And if you didn't want to read the article, here's a tweet that summarizes the entire page 6 article. Now when I got to the comments of Phil's post, somebody said, well, you got to start back at 1. Maybe if Brian McKnight didn't spend the latter half of his career dissing his biological children, he wouldn't have to start back at 1. And no, for real, shout out to Detroit for standing on business. Because what brain cell did Brian McKnight really think he was going to go to an all-Black city and perform?
He also was recently trolled for a July event that was supposed to happen in DC. Here are some of the comments under the event posts. I would go, but I'm waiting on Christ to return. I would go just to see the look on his face after realizing I'm the only one there. Darn, that's the day I'm having all my plants neutered. He keeps starting back at 1 to see if y'all coming. Someone else said I can't come. I'm watching the 10 Commandments that night. Someone else said get somebody else to do it. Someone said, oh man, I can't make it. I got to mop my roof that day. Darn it. I think I'm walking my refrigerator that night. I'll be counting the sand at the beach. I'll stop by when I'm done. I'm going to my GED reunion. This is my first time reading this. My cat has prom that day. He bringing all his kids or not? And then someone else said Detroit is watching y'all, DC. Child, I cannot. What a mess. So to redeem himself, he started to take his biracial baby that he now claims and abandon his other kids for on stage with him. And for my audio listeners, what we just watched is Brian McKnight succumbing to all the pressure and trolling after getting canceled for abandoning his Black family. He's publicly disowned his children and his ex-wife, and he already had a junior, y'all. But then had the unmitigated gall to have another baby with this Asian lady or whatever the hell she is and name him Brian McKnight Jr. as well. It's like, what type of evil, spiteful, narcissistic, temper tantrum ass-ish is this? So after people tell him, fuck off, since you don't F with the Black kids you created, and his concerts is getting canceled now, in response, he's starting to bring his mixed race baby that he abandoned his Black family for on stage with him. And I ain't even gonna lie, that baby's so stinking cute. He even, in this clip, he mimicked his father hitting that high note, then claps. He's adorable, but Black women, do not let up off his neck. Don't let him use that baby as a decoy to get us off his back. Continue to keep y'all's knees on his neck. Continue to drag and cancel his ass. So I also want to talk about DJ Vlad, how he recently disrespected a Black woman and tried to get her fired, so it needs to be canceled as well.
This is DJ Vlad, a music personality who derives his entire personality from Black culture. And he had the following take on one of the latest songs by Kendrick. As you can see, there was a lot of disagreement. One of the people who spoke up was Morgan Jerkins, author of all three of these amazing books. With a quick reminder to DJ Vlad that this line had nothing to do with you. And rather than just dropping it right there, trying to engage the conversation in an educated way, or some intelligible back and forth, DJ Vlad decided to tag her employer, Princeton University. This conversation continues, and he keeps tagging Princeton into this conversation with Morgan, seemingly trying to get her fired, and even suggesting that he will be calling the university himself to try to get her fired, because I can't think of anything more Karen to say to a person who belongs to a culture about a cultural matter when they remind you that you have no voice in this conversation than, let me speak to your manager. Trying to punish a Black woman for voicing the fact of what we all know is true.
So listen, guys, I don't give a F about Kendrick or Drake. I'm tired of that damn song. They not like us. I'm tired of it. It's played out. Once Blackistan hears something that they like, y'all like to beat it to death, to the point that even white churches have remixed it.
They not like us. They not like us. They not like us. They not like us. We are the new breed. Oh, here we go. We are the new breed. They not like us. They not like us. They not we like are us. The new breed. They not like us. They not like us. They not we like are us. The new breed. They not like us. Come on. They not like us. We are the new breed. They not like us. 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 We are the new breed. They not like us. They not like us. We are the new breed.
It's time to move on. But essentially, the white man Vlad shared some commentary about the song, some critiques, said he didn't like it. And this beautiful Black professor who is a writer, and side note, check her out. I have a few of her books. My favorite was called This Will Be My Undoing, and it's a wonderful book about Black women and feminism and the intersectionality that we experience about being a double minority in America. But this woman also works at Princeton. She's a professor. So she's smart, successful, and has the right to tweet whatever the F she wants to. And in response, this man throws a fit and dry snitches, tags her organization over and over again in a covert, passive-aggressive, pussy-ass way to attempt to get her fired. And thankfully, it didn't work. He was ignored. Princeton didn't even dignify his tweets with a response. But Black women, you know what to do. Time to cancel his ads, because over here on this divestment channel is Black woman over everything. Okay, lastly, let's get to the topic of the night, and let's talk about Hamburglar and Charles also getting dragged for disrespecting Black women.
I'd be furious. I'd be mad because I know I ain't getting no money for that day. I got to go and put out a video or something or whatever, reel, to get so I can get some recognition or something. But I'd be mad. And I go in there and I do something dumb and stupid and say something crazy or cuss somebody out or something. And bam, I'm back on. Back on, baby. All over. Y'all know I ain't reading none of these damn comments. I got comments popping up on all social media sites. And I ain't reading them. And I know y'all know I love y'all. I love y'all. Those that love me, I love y'all more. And those that don't love me, fuck you. Okay? I don't care. Keep talking about me. That's the only thing. And another thing. This is to all the Black African American women. Listen at me and listen at me clearly. If you don't want me coming for you, then just stop coming for me. Okay? And then you want to put it out there, Miss Netta don't like Black women, but that's what she's trying to be. No, it's not. I ain't trying to be no Black woman. Because I can say some of the baddest things about some Black women that I know. So hell no, I ain't trying to be no Black woman. If that's the case, I want to be a white woman. Because they more smarter. Because y'all sit up, y'all act so damn ignorant and act like y'all don't know how to get shit. And y'all just then you want to sit up and want shit given to you all the damn time. But then you want to cry about it. You know, so don't look at me and don't try to be, belittle me because I get on here and I fuss at you. Because y'all get on here, y'all do it. Ain't no white women on my page disrespecting me, cussing me out, and all up in me and my husband business. Hell no, because they know how to mind their damn business. Get Black toes. Goodbye.
Since then, he's been getting dragged. He's lost thousands of followers. He's getting canceled by Black women.
Go back and rethink what you did, but I think your lesson should be learned by this way. If you don't respect Black women, then us Black women should hurt your pockets. And you're on here now, and it's almost like, oh, I fucked up. So let me go on there. Let me tell them a couple things. Let me cross my hands and be happy and calm and listen to everybody and all of that kind of stuff. It's not gonna work. We're tired of being put down by y'all. We can't be going against every damn body.
Okay.
Everybody we go against on the daily. The struggle that we go through the daily. But yet we manage to take our couple of dollars and we make y'all quote unquote celebrities. I don't think you're a celebrity.
I don't think I'm one
anybody
either.
that's a content creator. You're a content creator.
I never said I was a celebrity.
No, somebody else called you a celebrity.
Okay, well that's their opinion.
So
but I didn't say that I was.
But now I've done heard you say it because every
I was
yesterday I've done did some digging.
You said you'd haven't watched me.
Yesterday, I spent today watching all your videos because people be recording.
Oh, well, you didn't even say that. You just said you haven't never watched me. That was your first video.
All I knew is you wrote a song called Charles, Your Lunch is Ready. I hear it down TikTok line while they presenting plates to their peoples. That I do know about you.
Yes, ma'am.
I seen the trailer for your Zeus shit. I don't watch Zeus. So therefore, with that being said, I don't do that ratchet shit.
It's okay.
But what I am going to say to you is you need to make better choices.
I agree with you.
And especially the love and patience that people have had with you, because I done seen a lot of
women this, Black women that, and it's nothing positive. It's always negative, and we bitches and we this and we that. Like, come on, we ain't even finna do that. Like, for real, saying, oh, Black women this, Black women that, Black. So, what are you trying to do? What are we doing here? Because I have never seen a white person on your lives. I've never seen a white person in your follows. Like I said, I follow you through and through, but that I'm not standing on. I'm not standing with that. I'm not standing with that at all. Because no, we need a full-on, straight-up apology, not just sitting here listening to respond. So, if I am going to support you, that is what we need from you. And for the Black women that are in here watching, y'all need to stand on business. Because this is serious. We will not keep taking this. This does not make sense. That we get on this app every day looking up to these people, and I'm not going to say you're an icon or a celebrity. I'm just going to be honest with you, but you are an influencer. You make some women want to get up and cook for their nigga.
I'm human.
You know what I'm saying? You're human, exactly. You make women want to get up and cook for their dude. You make women want to get up and go do something and put a little wig on or something. But when you get on her talk,
child, and you likely have no idea who this couple is unless you're on TikTok, but they're both part of the Ligga Tigga Bigga rainbow community. Miss Netta is a trans woman, and they got very popular on TikTok because she would prepare all these meals for Charles, her partner, and would always say, Charles, your lunch is ready. And she got insanely viral off of that. And her audience is predominantly made up of cis, biological Black women. I'm so tired of people disrespecting and degrading Black women for clicks and views. I'm so sick of it. So we talked about how when people want clout or publicity, their go-to is to simply disrespect Black women. And the crazy part, though, is this mother effer identifies as a Black woman. Okay. And furthermore, like I said, the only reason why we know who Netta and Charles is because of Black women collectively viewing and supporting these two. And he gonna come out the side of his neck disrespecting Black women. And this is why I can't, and I'm not phobic, but I find it quite funny how the T in the Ligga Bigga Tigga rainbow community be the most hateful towards the women they like to emulate. So this raggedy, raisinette, crater face, hamburglar, bad little body, portobello mushroom shaped that nignog got the nerve to fix his mouth to call Black women stupid. And now he getting dragged. Let me tell you something, Miss Nigga. I don't give a damn how many hormones you take, how many basement botch BBLs you pay for, or how many followers you have. Don't you ever fix your bumpy, your acne-ridden, greasy-eyed crater mouth to speak poorly of Black women. Don't you ever forget, we made you bit and we can break you. I encourage anyone who's listening to keep that same energy for anyone who feel like it's cool to disrespect and degrade Black women. What do you guys think about all of this? Who else should be added to this list that I missed who have been too comfortable speaking recklessly about Black women that need to be canceled? Furthermore, what should Black women be doing to get these mother effers out of here? I'm interested to hear y'all's thoughts. Please chime in down below. Until next time, see you guys. Bye.
Even if you think I should, bitch, nigga, I don't give.
If y'all come across a red iPhone, can you please bring it to the sound stage? Red iPhone, appreciate it.